Hey, Corky here. We're doing a gear rundown today. I wanted to give a disclaimer here. Um, if you go on YouTube or the web in general, you're going to see a lot of amazing gear run throughs. Uh, they're going to be a lot more sophisticated and advanced than mine. But I know that I have a lot of beginning guitar players who, really don't know anything about pedals. So this is a very basic pedal board that I use. I'm going into my Blues Junior amplifier, which is that one right there on the left, and then on the right is a Hot Rod DeVille, which I only use in large halls or outdoors because it's so loud. Can hardly get it up to 2 without it overdriving in the whole place. And so those are my amps today. I'm just going straight into the Blues Junior, and I want to say it has a very good distortion in it as far as pushing the volume up. And so it's got a really good built-in distortion into it. And I usually keep the reverb on. It's a tube amplifier, so I usually keep the reverb on. There's a little discussion a while back on Facebook as to whether or not you leave your reverb in your amp on when you're using a delay pedal. And delay pedal means one that is everything from reverb to a repeater. So I've got these two pedals at the back here. Is the Boss Chorus CE1, which I used for many years. And I think the CE2 might be a stereo one, but Clapton used it and I used it. I still like it as far as one of the best chorus pedals. Next to it is Fuzz Face, which was the first fuzz pedal or distortion pedal that we learned about when I was growing up. Hendrix used it, and I think Eric Johnson still uses it. But I find it difficult to use. I don't know why. But anyway, a little word about the order of the pedals. I'm coming in over here on my wah-wah pedal. As you can see, that's the end. Then I go through the Octavio, the Blues Driver, the Univibe, the Walrus Julia, and then to the delay, and then to the amp. Obviously, the delay should be, the end of the line. Everything should be adjusted tone-wise, pitch-wise, before you go into the delay. But of course, in the punk era and stuff like that, these rules are not absolute. People wire them around and do different things with them. But I'm going to show, this is the MXR carbon copy. It's great. And you can do the different, you can adjust the delay. And, so that's the delay pedal that I use. I've used different delays over the years. I've used an Alesis and others, but this one seems to be the most favorite right now and the best. Okay. I'm gonna leave that on while I'm showing you the other pedals that I use. My chorus and tremolo is a Walrus Julia, recommended to me by Denny Daughtery of the choir. Okay, Walrus Julia, it can either do tremolo or it can do chorus. I'll turn it back, see what we got here. And you do in between. Okay, that's a Walrus Julia. Now this other pedal that I'm going to show you is the MXR Univibe. And the Univibe, the original one was pretty big. It was a big board and it had an expression pedal to the side, and it was kind of bulky. My friend Gene in one of my early bands had one. We loved it. It was like a precursor to the Leslie cabinet, organ cabinet, or a chorus. Hendrix used it, and I've not even had a lot of pedals for many years. I did a whole lot of playing just straight into amps, whether the amps were Marshalls or Peavies or whatever. I've used all those amps. I used a Crate and of course Fender that I borrowed a lot from a lot of people. But at any rate, this Univibe pedal is really groovy, and I don't know how to explain it. Of course, the speed you can turn up to give that sound. You can adjust the level, speed, depth. A lot of them, the 50% straight up 12 o'clock is a lot of times a good tone. Okay, my distortion that I'm using right now outside the amp is a Blues Driver made by Boss. Right now I've just got the Blues Driver and the delay on. Blues Driver, I use that in the Guitar Center contest up in Knoxville. The next one is an interesting pedal. It's called the Octavio. It's a Jimi Hendrix pedal. I think his tech guy that traveled with him in the 60s designed this for him. If you Band of Gypsys album, Hendrix, you can hear this pedal a lot clearer. It's also known as the Purple Haze pedal. So it's a distortion pedal, but more. When you're in the neck pickup, that is where you get really cool tones way up high in the sweet spot. So that's that. Then I've got my Crybaby wah-wah pedal. I've used Vox over the years, and okay. The other thing I want to say is that I used to believe that you plug everything in the line first, and then you had the wah-wah last. But that is the exception. You're not to do it that way. You're to put the wah-wah first, and I thank Eric Johnson for pointing that out. And why that's true, I can't think of. Of course, I'm not real heady with all of this gear and electronics and all. Some people are electronic freaks, and I'm not. So this is not a dazzling pedal board. This is just a basic, humble one. Sorry, allergies here in Alabama. Distortion with wah. So there you have it. The category pedals, they've got technical names for them. I think one's called modulation pedal, stuff like that. You don't have to know all that. Just get the sound you like. Okay, thank you so much. Corky signing out.